last season, with the exception, I'm sure, of you and the coaching staff and the kids, expectations weren't very high. There was probably a lot of uncertainty. What a difference a year makes. You're going to go into this season, many think, the sky's the limit.
Well, but I don't think it changes in your program. I don't think we would have had the season that we had last year if our players didn't have high expectations for themselves. And I think the way you said it at the beginning, outside of us, that's all that really matters. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Our ticket sales are through the roof. They had to cap the student ticket sales at 12,400. Our first year, we were just under 4,000. There's a lot of attention. Those things are great. And the players earn the opportunity to get that attention. But the most important thing is that they earn the opportunity to be in the conversation. And our job of being one of the better teams, our job as coaches and our jobs as players is to never get ahead of where we're at, and that's that day, that most important today, or that most important day being today. And that's exactly how we view it. And we don't jump ahead in the games. We don't jump ahead in what we want to get accomplished that day. We have a long-term plan, and we have a strategy, but you never get ahead of it. And I think if we stay with that mindset, we have a chance to get better. And so it's fun to hear all the different things that are out there, but it has absolutely nothing to do with how any of us work.
Coach, can you quantify at all how much it's helped you recruiting, just what you guys did last season and the high profile that you had last season?
Well, it's helped a lot more nationally. There's no question. And Indiana's always been a household name type of program, but I think with the wins last year, especially the Kentucky win, there's no question that just the drama of that win. And then when you turn around and it's on ESPN in a promo for 2 months straight or whatever it was, you can't beat that. And then to beat some of the other teams and to get the national coverage that we got. But your overall record is a big deal, but it's those moments that people remember, and then they start to like the style of play. And to me, that's been great. It's helped everybody in the state of Indiana know that the reason they're considering Indiana is for moments like that and for experiences like that. But it's also helped on a national level, especially with the young players, to see that Indiana really is a national flavor again.
How important is the Fort Wayne area for IU's recruiting?
Oh, I think it's great. I'd love to talk about it directly, and just can't do it. But there's no question. I mean, I said it in Pete DePrimo's article today. I mean, it's a hotbed for talent. It really is. And I know football feels the same way. I'm sure Tracy Smith feels that way, and baseball and all the other sports, soccer. So to me, it's a great area. It's an area that even before we got to Indiana, I had respect not only for the coaching in the state, but the coaching in this area. There's very good high school coaching. There's very good summer team coaching, and there's a lot of interest in the games. And I think when you've got that, when playing high school sports in this area and being involved in sports is a big deal, that only helps your recruiting, because it brings so much more attention to it, and the players know that they've got to really be locked in year-round to it. So we feel good about it, and we want to continue to make this even more of a Hoosier town than it already is, if we can.
Coach, in what area or areas will this year's team be stronger than last year's? Last year's was awfully good.
Well, it has to be defensively. There's no question about that. We have to make strides with our field goal percentage defense. A big thing to us is we've got to block more shots. Now we have a few more guys that can do that. We've got to create more turnovers, and that'll come from block shots, from charges, from steals, from deflections, but really from just being a more sound defensive team. We've tried to build a versatile team that can do different things, that can do a lot of different things defensively with a man or a zone or a switching type of defense. But we've got to create more havoc. We've got to get out and get in transition more. And the only way you're going to do that is to be a better defensive team and a better defensive rebounding team. Then on the offensive side, we've got to continue to get to the free throw line. We had what I think is a rare double-double here last year. We led the BCS in three-point percentage, and we led the BCS in free throws made in a game. And when you start to look at that level of schools, the 77, 78 schools that would be considered BCS schools, that's a big deal when you can not only be very good from the three-point line but get to the foul line. And so, but again, all that's going to come from our defense and our ability to rebound and then get out and play. Another area where that'll upgrade is we don't get enough shots. We averaged 53.5 shots last year. People that are going to be really good, they get into the 60s. And And we've got to be able to do that. And again, we want to play a little faster, but we just want to be better at getting easier baskets off the defensive side.